This is the Low Bar Podcast. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of This Week in ZA, the podcast where we dive into the world of software engineering over a slice of fresh pizza. I'm Kodad, here with my co-host Chad. No guest today. It's going to be a recap episode, which should be entertaining. But we are eating some fresh homemade pepperoni pizza out of the propane-fired oven, so not a wood-fired oven, but something close to it. So stick around to get some great insights. We'll definitely have a couple laughs, talk about some old pizza reviews, and re-decide what we want to think about those. Yeah. So let's just dig into it.
Okay. Yeah. I've had one bite so far. It's pretty good.
Now, I got a crispy side as well. I'm going to start with my crispy pieces and then end with the less crispy ones.
Parmesan on top, good. Parmesan's always good.
Yep. Got a lot of red pepper in that first bite, but I like it.
Yeah.
Spicy goes well with pepperoni, so. Now, when I said homemade, I should probably specify for the viewers. Homemade from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's dough, Trader Joe's sauce, Trader Joe's cheese, pepperoni.
But we've used them at home with myself, and they are pretty good.
Yeah, it's hard to beat a dough that comes that good out of the bag. Mm-hmm. Yes, a homemade dough is absolutely going to be better.
But this is easy.
Yeah. I'll take easy and this good over a lot more work and marginally better.
Yeah.
At least when I do it.
Yeah, so far we've done 10 episodes.
Yep.
11th episode.
Yep.
We always ask people, like, what's their biggest mistake? And kind of thought maybe we could start with what's been our biggest mistakes on the podcast so far, things we would do differently.
Sure. You start. I'm trying to find the spreadsheet that has our scores on it still.
I think for me, we did kind of have a couple of people we maybe we let them pick the pizza. Maybe we wouldn't do that. I think it's a little more fun. If you don't know someone very well, it's maybe a little harder to pick. We've had that moment with Michael where we found out he's lactose intolerant, and we got him cheese pizza. I felt kind of bad about that one.
That was just good though.
That was a good moment. I think we've continued to try to get the audio better.
Yeah,
that's been kind of a slow battle.
Yeah,
as well.
I think we've been constrained by our environment a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm expecting this is going to be one of the best audio episodes.
Yes, it will. I'm sure.
Just because the environment's smaller and more controlled, and there's dogs here to dampen the audio.
Yes, dog dampening. We have the dogs at the office. We could use them. You could like hold them to the wall. So what's your thoughts on the pizza so far?
I mean, I've always liked the homemade pizza. That oven is really good at making them. Mm-hmm. Links in the description if you want to buy one. We'll have affiliate links so we can get it.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to beat fresh pizza out of an oven like that. Nice crispy crust, good melty stuff on top. Usually a little less burnt. The burnt's fine, but it's just fine. Yeah, I made it, so I'm going to make you rate it first.
Okay, that's fair.
Also, did you put the ratings from the last 2 episodes in the spreadsheet? If I do find the spreadsheet?
No.
Okay. I'm going to have to, on our first break, go find those and actually compile them correctly.
I guess I'm going to go with 7. I think it's really good. I think the flavor's good. Pepperoni's good. I can get the red pepper flakes. Maybe you could have used a little more heat. Mm-hmm. I think pepperoni kind of goes well with a lot of heat. Mm-hmm. The only thing maybe a little less burnt would have made it a little better. Yep. Not to be too judgy, but it's really quite good. I think it's good.
I'll trade you a piece.
These are good. These are great. I think the thing I love pepperoni. I think we've talked about this a few times. It's one of my favorite just generic pizzas. Mm-hmm. But I do think like that. A couple times we've had either pepperoni with a little bit of heat or pepperoni and cream cheese.
Yeah.
Once you add something like that to it, it goes from like being a really good pizza to something amazing. So just one of those options. Yep. Maybe some jalapenos on there or something would have put it over the top.
I agree. I think I'd go with like a 6.7. Like it's definitely better than a lot of pies that I've had. Mm-hmm. For as easy as it is to make at home and the results you get, fantastic obviously. But like you said, nothing special. Just a good solid base pizza, slightly better elevated than a random mill. Yeah. 5 pizza from a pizza shop that you're bringing home.
Better than the, what was it we had? Costco?
Better than Costco. Yeah, I'd rate it better than Costco.
But Costco was a good pizza.
Great pizza.
I think we had that at a 5 or a 6, somewhere in there for both of us.
I would assume so, but we got to find the spreadsheet. That could be the last segment, is rescoring.
Rescoring, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I would put it above that. I'm assuming I put that one lower than a 6.7.
Okay.
If I had to guess.
Yeah.
This is the Low Bar Podcast. All right, Chad. An audience question for you.
An audience question. You actually went and got audience questions?
I'm going to say yes.
Well, you did for the Bo episode.
I did?
Yes, that was a brilliant question, too. That's maybe our high point of the whole show.
Wait, what was the audience question for Bo?
What tool brand do you think people should use? I was like, the moment you said...
that was me.
That was you?
Yeah, that was my question.
Oh, never mind then. I thought that was an audience question.
I just knew that the people watching it want to know. The people wanted to know. All right, Chad.
I wanted to know.
So the people want to know. Actually, that should always be my question every episode. The people want to know.
Oh, yes.
That's my segment.
Yes, that's your segment. Yeah.
Let it be known.
Okay, let it be known.
All right, Chad. The people want to know. Do you see the similarities between somebody entering the software industry with imposter syndrome and the plot of the movie Kung Fu Panda?
Whoa. I like that question.
The people want to know.
Now, who's these people?
Yeah, the people.
The people? Okay. The plot of the Kung Fu Panda, he wants to be a Kung Fu master, right?
Yeah.
But he...
And he gets into it, but he gets into his own head.
Yep.
Doesn't believe he can do it.
And then he can do it at the end.
Well, why?
There's a little bit of, I don't remember that movie that well at this point. I think a little bit. I kind of remember the scene where he's kind of, he actually does train and work at things at some point.
Yep.
And software development's no different. It just requires banging your head against a wall a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
And so from that perspective, the same.
Do you remember the scene when he hits the training dummy and it hits him back out?
No.
Yeah. Is the one they use for kids to hold the door open when it's hot? I've watched Kung Fu Panda too many times.
How many times have you watched Kung Fu Panda?
The people want to know that too. No, he tries traditional training, it doesn't work, right? Because he's doing what the other Kung Fu masters do. And then it's not until he Master Shifu, or Shifu,
I think.
Shifu sees him get the cookie out the top of the thing.
Oh, yes.
And figures out what he's inspired by, and then they change their training routine, and then he goes off and becomes a Kung Fu master.
Yeah. I'm going to rewatch that.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie. My kids are kind of past those, so I don't really watch those anymore.
It's fun for all ages.
Yeah, I'm going to rewatch that. It's probably on somewhere.
So the similarities between that and somebody with imposter syndrome in the software industry, I feel like a lot of us are, right?
Yeah. I think everybody kind of wonders at some point, how am I here? How am I doing this? There's always a little bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
And the field keeps moving as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's constantly oh no, now I need to learn this. Now I need to learn that. I think that part is a little manufactured. It's not real.
Sure.
And right now you can't swing a dead cat without hearing someone talking about AI.
Yep.
And I think there's many technologies over the years that have kind of hit that hype curve and kind of fallen down. I think we're getting close to falling down, and we're finding real uses for AI.
Yeah, what's after AI then? Blockchain, then AI, and now.
I think if I knew what the next one was, I'd bet on something and I'd make a lot of money. I probably don't. The big one with AI, I think it will stay around. Where blockchain, it'll be around to some degree, but I just don't think it'll ever have the impact people thought.
Sure.
And people will find a lot of uses for AI, and it will continue to improve. These current LLMs, though, I do think we're going to kind of hit the max value that they're providing in the next year or two. I think we're going to have to switch to other approaches because it doesn't really know anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's never going to be really good at true big problem solving.
Right.
It's going to be more a middle level of tool for us.
So it's now that time of the episode. Every 10th episode-ish, we need to readdress the concerns of the audience.
Which is these pizza ratings.
Yes.
I don't think we've been as good as we could have been.
Hindsight is 2020.
Yeah, I think we'll be better going forward.
Yeah, we'll get better with time.
Yeah.
I mean, one of us gives every other pizza an 8.
I have given too many 8s.
He does eat a lot of the pizza, but I don't think they've all been 8s.
I agree.
Okay.
Well, even the Val's CBR was pretty good. That one,
CBR is great. I was very happy with that one.
actually, I might stay with my 7 on that one. I'm trying to look at the list and be like, which ones did I overdo?
We should go beginning to where we're at now, at least the last 10, readdress them.
Yeah, the very first episode was Doug.
The very first
episode was us, and that was the CBR.
Yep.
And I think my score is good, a 7. I don't know.
I'm still happy with my 7.3. Like, that's a really solid pizza. It was great. Better than I expected it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Val's is usually kind of like, it's fine.
Yeah.
That one was great.
Yeah. I actually think the Val's special we should do sometimes too. I think that their special pizza.
What's that?
It's pepperoni, hamburger, onion.
Ah, that sounds great.
It's if you eat that of their pizza, I'm like, they're a really good pizza.
Okay. Sarah's dad would like that.
Yeah.
That's right up his alley. All right, so then Yaya Supreme. You gave an 8, and I gave a 4.6.
I was wrong.
You were wrong.
That was our Doug episode.
I'm glad you've come to terms. You rated that higher than the CBR.
There's no way that's higher than the CBR. It's not a bad pizza. I liked it.
It was pretty average, slightly below average for me, according to our scale.
Yeah, according to your scale, or our scale, I would be inclined to go maybe adjust mine down to a 6.
Yeah. I think that's more where I thought you would rate it.
Yep. It was good.
It was good. I mean, it was very redeemable. Everything that wasn't the veggies I didn't like were good.
Yeah.
Crust was fantastic.
Yeah. I think I really enjoyed the fact that I had black olives and you don't like black olives. That maybe factored in.
Maybe
more.
that's why you had the 8.
Yeah. I was
We'll
more
have to go review
paying
the
for someone
footage.
else. Yeah.
You probably gave me a look when you said 8.
there's black olives.
I'm going to get them so good.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop mine, actually. I'm going to go to like a 4.2.
Oh, wow. So you're even going down lower.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because, I mean, I also need to adjust the protein pizza, which...
Oh, yeah. You have that one. You were complaining about mine. You gave the protein pizza a 5.
Yeah. Originally I had... And maybe that was a typo in the spreadsheet or something, but...
No, I think it was like...
I think I was just happy that pepperoni, the hot pepperoni with the hot honey on it, was coming up next.
Oh, yeah. That was
And that
a
cheese bread.
really good choice.
Fantastic.
Because this was the Blaze protein pizza with the cauliflower crust.
Doug's recommendation.
Doug's recommendation. I gave it a 3.
You want to adjust that? It was
I'm gonna
edible.
I'm going to stick with the 3.
Yeah. I'm going to go a 3.1.
Okay.
It was edible, but there's worse pizza out there. We'll find them, I'm sure. But that one, it's still the one that we go back to and say, man, that was so bad. So 5 is definitely overrated.
Yes, 5 most certainly overrated. And it was at the reason I like 3 is to me like 2 is like Tostinos. You know, you microwave it and you're like, oh, I can eat this.
I'm not going to die if I eat it. If that's all I need right now.
Yeah, this was better than that, I think, but
Yeah.
it wasn't much better.
Yeah.
That's why I think the 3 is about the right. And like 1's to me like pizza at Disneyland. They have some really horrendous pizza there. You almost have to go to Disneyland and eat the pizza to experience it.
Just know how bad it is.
Yeah, because it's kind of hard to believe. I think it's their Rocket Pizza or whatever in their Tomorrowland.
Like the one from Toy Story?
No, they don't call. Well, maybe it's that. I don't remember what it. It's somewhere in there. I can't get my wife to go back and even eat it. We've been there a few times since, and I just wanted to eat it just because it's so bad. You know, like we have to see. Could they make it that bad twice?
You're that raccoon we can't keep out of the garbage.
Yeah, I want to be like. Well, it's kind of an achievement to make pizza that bad and sell it daily. You know, like at some point, someone has to come along and go, "Hey guys, let's fix this." And that never happened. For years, my assumption's been that bad.
Well, when we take the pot on the road,
Yes.
we'll go down there and eat the pizza, and then the people will know.
We should do some. I still feel like that's one thing that I hope we get at some point is some episodes at some places. Like we can actually film one at Valentino's or film one at some of these places. That I think would be a lot of fun.
This is technically the first pizza place we filmed at.
Yes, this is the first pizza place we filmed at. Yes.
Nice.
All right, but I feel good about that 3.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum,
I'm not going to move the 8 there.
Ramos pepperoni cream cheese pizza, you're leaving it an 8.
I am. I don't know if I would have ate to death, but it was on the. It's been the closest one to eat to death.
Yeah, it's the closest to perfection we've had on the test for.
That one would have been hard to let one go. It was nearly perfect.
Yeah.
Shockingly.
Yeah. You put jalapenos on that, it's a 10.
What?
If you remember right, we didn't have jalapenos.
Yeah, we didn't have jalapenos.
Put a jalapeno on there, 10.
Yeah, I think if there's one I want to retry on this list, just to see again, is it that good? It's that one.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's that good.
I was always kind of in the mindset, Ramos was something you ate late at night because it was the one place open, but that was very counter to that.
I always remembered it being good, and I assumed it was because I was eating in those situations.
Yeah, but maybe it was just that good.
It's just that good, I think. Okay, I'm going to leave mine the 9.3 as well.
Okay.
Maybe down the road when we try another 50 pizzas and we haven't had anything better than that, I'll go up some more.
And we will be creating an app where you can see which pizzas, review them. We'll get affiliate money. Yep. There's a whole affiliate marketing, and we'll get T-shirts and those things.
Oh yeah.
But now to the Isles Leaning Tower. Mm-hmm. You had a 7.1 for that one. Mm-hmm. Feel good about that one still?
Honestly, yeah, I'll leave it there. I don't think it was as good as the CBR. I think it's not as good as taco pizza, obviously.
Yeah, it's not as good as taco pizza.
It's close to this, but I think I put that one a little bit more just because there's a little bit more going on. But I still think that was just a slightly elevated run-of-the-mill kind of good pizza. Yeah. I don't think it's what everyone says it is.
I will take my score, and I feel your 7.1 is more appropriate. I'm going to go to a 7.
Okay.
I think my score was a little arbitrarily high. Yeah. That's back in my run where I felt everything was an 8. I must have been really hungry. I must have been eating like too late after lunch, and I was just too hungry.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now the most shocking one on the list to me.
To you.
The Casey's Taco Pizza.
Yeah. I mean, I still get people sending me emails saying, thank you for spreading the word of Casey's Taco
Really?
Pizza. No.
Oh. Casey's should be sponsoring this podcast.
They absolutely should be sponsoring the podcast.
Yes.
You were both shocked at how good that pizza was.
Well, I love their breakfast pizza. Their breakfast pizza is one of my favorite. So I have I'm kind of a big fan. I don't like any of their sides. None of their sides are good, but their pizza's good.
They're not famous for sides.
No, they're not. But the taco pizza with the taco sauce was flat out amazing. This is the one that I'm having a tough time keeping at an 8.
Like you want to go up or you want?
Yeah, I want to go up.
Okay. You're going up to a 9?
I'm going up to a 9. We
did smash that pie.
That one, I think there was evidence.
You're putting that above the pepperoni cream cheese.
I am. There's visual evidence. There was evidence. We finished it.
Yeah.
We held one piece back for my wife, which I really didn't want to, but I kind of felt she should try it.
Yeah.
It was shockingly good. And I'm not a taco pizza person. I'm very, like all pizzas, you eat almost any pizza. I could eat all vegetable pizza and probably still think it's okay.
Yeah.
This was amazing.
With the guest score, that puts it on par with the pepperoni cream cheese. Without the guest score, it's only just slightly below the pepperoni cream cheese.
Okay.
Which I think is valid.
Yeah, it's a great
Casey's Taco Pizza is fantastic. I'm going to leave my 8.8.
Yeah,
I still think that's a good score. Costco pepperoni.
My original was a 5.
Yep.
Yours was a 5.5. I actually think that's a pretty good score, and our guest was a 5.
Yeah. We all just said it's pizza. It's as neutral as you can get in pizza.
Yeah. I would be tempted to lower it to a 4 maybe, but I'm going to stick with where I'm at. I think it's a good score.
If you drop that to a 4, I guess you don't have any other 4s to compare.
No, I don't.
This is the problem with your whole number scoring system.
Yeah. Keeping it simple. Okay.
Yeah. Mellow mushroom, mighty meaty, which I think was sausage, pepperoni, hamburger, maybe something else. Was it onions maybe?
It maybe had onions. I don't remember. Looking back, though, I still stand by my score. I think it just didn't have a lot of flavor.
Yeah, I think I was a little disappointed with that one. If I remember right, the crust was just kind of like not much going on there. There wasn't anything unique about it. It was just a bunch of stuff they threw on the pie.
There was nothing special.
Yeah, I'm sure there's better pies at Mellow Mushroom. Yeah. That one just was not the best one.
Yeah, and it... Sorry, I'm dying again.
Yeah, cut. Okay, we're back.
Back from this, though, I think it's very comparable. Like, if you offered me the Costco or that one, and I was staring at them, I think I'd be having a tough time deciding which one to pick.
Yeah, if you showed me the price tag for both at the same time.
Well, then I would choose the Costco in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I'm not factoring in price. Yeah. If I was, Costco kills it.
Yeah. I did rate mine a little higher, 6.5. I think I would drop that down to a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, in hindsight. Because it is closer to what I expected from Costco Pep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although none of my other ones are whole score, so I'm going to change that to a 6.
Yeah, you have no whole scores, and I'm all whole scores.
6.1.
Okay, 6.1.
Now, the scores for Everett's Papa John's Taco Pizza have been lost forever.
Forever. We just lost them. We could rewatch, but we can't.
Yeah, no one got time for that.
We ain't got no time for
that.
that.
People will let us know.
Everett. We'll see if Everett can let us know.
We could call him right now on the spot.
We want to?
We could. See if he's not going to remember the scores.
Let's call him.
Unless it was that.
Let's call him. You have
Unless
your
it was
phone?
that formative for him. Yeah.
Call him. This is the first on This Week in ZA. We're calling someone else in.
We're phoning an expert.
We're phoning a friend.
All right, that's fine. He's going to go, what do you want? I don't know where my speaker's at.
I think the mic will pick it up right there.
I'll dox him if I flip the thing around.
He's not going to answer. He has his Teams messages. I don't have his real phonies. All right, I think this segment is going to...
Hi, you've reached the voicemail part.
All right. Well, we can rate what we think it would be. I think...
True.
That's
It's
the
still
most
pretty
important.
fresh.
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks old. So what do you think it should have been without knowing what you gave it at the time? You don't remember. No, you guys didn't put taco sauce on it.
We didn't. I'm struggling right now between a 5 and a 4.
You didn't like it?
It was
Less than
again.
normal?
If I had to choose Costco, mellow mushroom, or that, I'm going to stare at it a second and go, I don't know which of those 3 I want.
Sure.
So like the fact that they're all kind of the same makes sense to me because I'm going to go, which one? I'm going to go 5.
I think mine might have been like a 6.5 or 6.7 or something like that, if I remember right. We'll just put it in there?
Yep.
And then we'll go update it later, maybe?
Yeah.
So you've changed from a bunch of 8s to a bunch of 5s.
I know, now I feel bad about the 5s. I do think there's a lot of pizzas that fall in that. And a 5 pizza I'm very willing to eat, right? It's not, I'm not going to not eat a 5 pizza.
An average pizza, like a run-of-the-mill pizza is a 5, which is still pizza. Like
Still pizza.
you're still having a good time eating pizza.
Yeah.
Okay, and then finally our last episode, the Domino's Garden Veggie with grilled chicken, square cut, not garlic sauce though. I
do want to try the garlic sauce on a pizza just because that could be really good.
Yeah, I think that would have elevated it quite a bit.
It was kind of under-flavored. Looking at it now, I think your 4.7 is. I'm gonna move it to a 4.
Down to a 4 from a 6 to a 4.
Yep.
Okay. I think I'm gonna lower it just slightly to like a 4.5. I did like it more than the Yaya Supreme.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly why, but it was in the same vein of like this would be really good if it didn't have those 2.
So if you had those 2 pizzas right next to each other, you're going the.
I think so.
You're going that. Okay.
And I feel like if it had the garlic sauce, it would have been like a 5 or 6 something too.
Okay.
I do like a lot of garlickiness on most of my food.
I think it needed more flavor.
Yeah.
And that probably would have helped.
Yeah. And then finally, the pizza we had tonight, we'll just call it a Kodad Pep.
Yep.
You gave it
I gave it a 7.
7, okay.
You gave it a.
I already forgot. We'll have to rewatch.
Just put your final revised
I think
score.
I said a 6.8.
Yeah, it was something in the 6s.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Slightly elevated from just run-of-the-mill average pizza.
Since our producer's in the background, do we want to yell and get our producer's score really quick for the guests?
Producer, 1 to 10, I'll explain the scale quick. A 1 or 2 is like either I'm not going to eat it or I can't finish it because it's so bad. A 3 to a 5 is like a slightly below average pie. 5 and a 6 is like a slightly above average pie. You know, still good pizza because it's pizza. 7, 8 is like pretty good, but I'm not going to keep eating it until I hate myself. And if you score something a 9 or a 10 in that range, you're not going to leave any leftovers. The pie is so good, you're just going to keep eating even though you're already full.
I would give it. Can I do decimal places?
Yeah.
Okay, you do decimal places. I will give it a 7.2.
9.9 here,
Yeah,
folks.
it is.
Let's go. All right, 7.2 is the score. We have another guest hiding in the shadows. Other guests hiding in the shadows, what would you rate it?
This is, I don't know.
9.9, folks. All right, I'd say that tracks pretty well too.
Yeah.
It would have been better if I didn't burn parts of
The
it,
outside, but the general had a great flavor.
Generally.
Yeah. Now, next episode, what do we want to do for that one? We have a lot of options available to us, and it's a lunchtime filming.
Yep.
We will be downtown filming, so if it's more downtownish, that would help.
So our recommendations were a Pizza Hut.
Yep.
Um,
And I could pick up a Pizza Hut on the way down.
yep. We had another Domino's recommendation.
What was that?
Whatever Sean and I recommended was also Domino's.
Okay.
And then Everett recommended, I don't remember. His might have been another P. John's, but I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
I'd have to go back and rewatch those. The only one I really remember is Ann's
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut. And I haven't had the Hut in a long time, so I'm kind of excited to try it again.
Which one did she recommend? Do you remember?
Honestly, I don't remember. It might have just been a pepperoni or something meat supreme or something like that.
Okay, straight.
Pretty
All right,
normal. Yeah,
pretty
None
normal.
of the weird ones.
Okay. Stuffed crust or non-stuffed crust, do you think?
I also don't remember.
Okay. Stuffed crust is a big win. I personally a huge fan of stuffed crust, but
Okay.
but I'm assuming if she's going with what she had as a kid, or at least me, it was just straight pan pizza. They didn't have stuffed crust when I was a kid.
I feel like that was a treat when I was a kid. If you get Pizza Hut and you got stuffed crust.
Yeah, that was it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Now they didn't have it when I was a kid, so it didn't matter. But
Now you're an adult now, so you can make your own decisions.
Yeah, I can make
We
my
could
own.
just go stuffed crust.
we could, but I would like to know what Anne wanted it to be.
That's true. We'll circle back and check.
We'll
the
circle
episode.
back, but it's going to be Pizza Hut of some
Pizza
kind.
Hut something.
Okay, that's a good choice.
Yeah. And the guest, have you announced that yet?
No,
Do we normally announce that in the one?
I don't think we normally do we? I don't think so.
I think it's just the five.
No, we do, because you have to say who you're going to punish next. It's
yeah,
kinda
we
how
do
we-
sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's Ben from Pink Gorilla,
Ben from Pete Gorilla.
so that'll be a good episode.
Big pizza guy.
I don't know. I have no idea. We could be walking into a Michael situation where he's lactose intolerant and gluten intolerant, and he eats like one pepperoni and leaves. Who knows?
runs out the door.
Runs out the door. But one other thing I had last on this episode, we've been doing like these. We tend to focus on whoever the guest is. Do we like that? Do we want to do more topical? What do we want to do?
Well, I guess I don't know. I mean, we focus one question. Well, I guess we focus most of them on the guest.
Yeah.
We could pivot and do one question, guest topical, or guest, one question topical.
Yeah.
Well, my questions are usually kind of topical.
They are a little more topical.
The ones that the people want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we could drop the biggest mistake.
What's that? Oh, we could drop the biggest mistake. You think we drop that?
I like that though.
I always feel it's a good way to get them to be a little. It's a humbling question as opposed to like, hey, look at.
Yeah. It makes them take their guard down.
Yeah.
And it humanizes.
Yeah. So I don't mind that question.
I mean, we could use that more of like a biggest mistake and talk about yourself a little bit in some context.
Yeah.
And then we could do the people want to know question, and then we could pick something topical.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be good at picking something topical.
Okay.
I'm good at the people want to know though.
Okay. I'll start taking topical.
Okay.
Like this week, if we would have had a guest, it would have been AI.
Yeah. So the new layout will be intro and pie introduction, talk about pizza.
Yep.
Or no, intro, biggest mistake
Steak.
question while we eat pizza.
Pizza. Yep. Because we want to eat pizza. That's
Yep.
why we're here.
Talk about the pizza.
Yep.
And then
You.
people want to know question.
Yep.
And then topical question.
Yeah.
And then outro.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody
Yeah.
write that down.
Some of the topicals.
Some producer should write that down on their
Yeah,
iPad.
send us an email. We might have to make them a little particular, depending on what that person does as well. The topical may have to be a little particular to their field or things.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But not too personal.
not too personal.
That should be the mistake part of it.
Yeah.
Biggest mistake and something else maybe.
Yeah, and then we'll get into the end something on topic that's relative to that person.
What if it was what's your biggest mistake in the industry and what you learned from it? Because then it's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
talk about what they do a little bit more too.
If what you learned from it, that's probably a good add-on to that question.
Should we have people introduce themselves too?
Yeah, probably should.
Okay.
Although I always kind of like the sooner we just get going, I think that's better for someone just to listen.
Very true.
I think the people just want to boom.
Then
They'll
don't know
pick
who
up.
they're listening to.
Yeah.
Put in the comments what you think we should be doing.
Yes. Yes. Put the comments. All right.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Tune in next week. We're gonna be eating some Valentino's pizza with Ben from Pink Gorilla.
Pizza Hut.
That's what I said. We can edit that.
Yeah. Well, in there is Pizza Hut, and then
Yeah,
I'll keep going.
Pizza Hut. So tune in next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video if you enjoyed our content. Hit the bell there to get subscriptions and get notified when new content comes out. Otherwise, tune in next week. Thank you.
Scene.
Scene.